Hey y'all, it's your girl Annette, also known as Dawn, the spiritual doula. Here with a quick live and a quick message, okay? Because I wanted to build on that message that I shared in my last story, on my last post about grief and how grief can be seen as anger, it can be seen as frustration, it can be seen as silence, and it can also be seen as silence. So the majority of Black women are not angry, they're just grieving. And the main thing that they're grieving from is a loss of themselves, because they lost themselves, especially Black mothers. And I'm speaking from experience. But it's important for us to take note and pull ourselves back to our own energy and find ourselves again. Because if we don't, everything that we are going through is getting passed down to our children. And this is what we call ancestral trauma, generational patterns. If we don't heal what has been passed down to us, the cycle will continue. And it's set straight like that. And yes, it's not our response. It's not our fault that these things were given to us, right? We know where these things have came from, especially if you're on your healing journey. You know where you may have picked these things up from. But it's not our fault, but it is our responsibility to heal it. Whatever that pattern that you keep seeing throughout the bloodline, if you feel like this is ending with me, you are the person that's supposed to heal that. You are supposed to heal those transgressions, because if you don't, it will pass down. And this is where womb healing work comes in, right? I'm not speaking to the woman now. This is where womb healing work comes in. Deep womb healing work, like going into your womb, going into your shadows, going into the darkness, so that you can see what you are holding in your womb space, to bring it to the surface, to heal it, so that you can become a better ancestor now. To become a better person in the now. So that when you pass on, you are that great elevated ancestor. We really have to start healing ourselves. Start loving ourselves. It has to begin with you. So if you see this video, you ask, oh, what are my next steps on my journey? Do I begin to heal? Yes. You need to start healing. You need to start doing your work. Because eventually, the longer you don't do your work, the harder it's going to get. The work going to start doing you. I always say, do the work or the work going to do you. A lot of things are about to shift. A lot of change is about to happen. If you are being called to change and being called to shift, then you need to step into that. Because you're being called to it. What is stopping you from healing yourself? Yes. What is stopping you from healing yourself? What is stopping you from doing your own work? What does your morning routine look like? Because if your morning routine look like you checking in with everybody else before checking in with yourself, that's a problem. What are your next steps on your journey if you are on a healing journey? How can you begin to start showing up for yourself and for the generations that come after you? Because that's where the real work starts at. The real work starts with you, because every other generation after you, if you're not doing your work, they just going to sit there and continue the cycle that they saw through you. So what are you doing for those that come behind you? Because those of us that come into this healing work, those of us that come onto this healing journey, we're lost. I was lost in my healing journey when I first started. I really had to sit and meditate and pray to my folks and be like, y'all, show me something, help me, guide me. And I received all of the answers that I have. I know what's next. I know the work that I have to do. So now that I know the work that I have to do, I have to do it. Okay? So let's do this work, y'all. And that's my message for today. I'll probably be back later on, but the message is do the work, or the work going to do you. And it's really that simple. Because if you don't, the ones behind you are going to have a heavier load. Because that's what's going to happen. We see it in our families. We see how dysfunctional our families are. And we want to continue that cycle. We want to continue with that. We want our kids to pick up that and be around that. Yes, it all takes you back to loving yourself, to the self-love journey. That's all it takes you back to, loving yourself, honoring yourself, knowing who you are. Because the more you know who you are, the more you connected with the divine. Do the work. And I don't know how that work may look for you. So you may need to find out, because the work doesn't look the same for everybody. It doesn't look the same for everybody. This is why, for me, I know what my work is now. I had to pivot into my work. I had to make some changes. And that's okay. That is okay. Because your journey is never a straight line. It's always like this. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help people move from ego to consciousness. A lot of us need to have ego deaths. And I know I'm all over the place right now, but a lot of us need to have ego deaths, yo. A lot of us really need to. And that's the hardest thing to have. That's the spiritual death and rebirth in itself. We have so much ego. We got to move away from that. We got to ease up away from that. We want everybody else to give us grace, but we don't want to give grace to nobody. And what are we doing? Like, let's really be here and be present, and let's do our work. Let me go back to my original post, because I feel like that was like a whole, I don't know, in itself. But grief, because that's what I came here to talk about. Okay, a lot of Black women are grieving right now, and they are grieving the loss of self, the loss of love, the loss of their dreams. It's like, and they don't talk about it because it's an unpopular opinion. Nobody wants to talk about the things that they are going through, because they feel like they don't get judged. See, I'm gonna go on a whole nother tangent. It's a whole nother topic I'm going on, but we really have to understand certain fears that we have, right? We have to understand that fear is a parasite. Number one. I was just talking about this the other day. Fear is a parasite. So a parasite needs a host to attach itself to, right? And guess who that host is? That host is you. If we are walking around with fear in any areas of our life, and that fear, that parasite, needs a host to attach itself to, and that host that the fear has attached itself to is you. And for most of us, it's the fear of our voice that the parasite has attached itself to. If you go back to generations before and you see what happens when a black woman speak up, when a black woman pray over somebody, when a black woman speak her truth, she can make some things shake. But there's a lot of black women that are afraid to use their voice. They got that fear. That's why that fear is attached to you. That's why it's attached to your voice, because the fear knows the power that your voice has. So you really need to back that fear into a corner and really tell that fear you don't belong here no more. You don't belong here no more, fear. You're gone. You can no longer attach yourself to me. I am no longer the host for it. Once you do that, watch how things change. Watch how you begin to speak up. Watch how your throat chakra become activated. I'm probably going to make a whole video about this on YouTube. I'm not going to say this. If you were here, you were here. Thank you for joining. And y'all have a good day. And may everyone's day be filled with ease.